We could stay on. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Now our stories. Ghana's economy grew at the slowest pace in 2 years in the third quarter of 2021. That's according to data from Ghana Statistical Service. Accordingly, the economy expanded by 2.9% in the third quarter of 2022. This is lower than the 4.7% GDP recorded in the second quarter of 2022. Now, the slow growth in industry impacted heavily on the overall growth rate. Agriculture, however, recorded the highest GDP of 4.6%, whilst the services sector registered a growth rate of 3.9%. Here's more.
The agricultural sector was the best performer with rate of 4.6% for the period after recording a strong growth in fishing and livestock. This is followed by the services sector with 3.9%. Manufacturing recorded a contraction to slow the overall growth rate, which is a significant drop in the rate for the last quarter. Government statistician Professor Samuel Kobna Inim explains.
So we're recording a decline from 6.5% between third quarter 2020 and third quarter 2021 to 2.9% for the period third quarter 2021 and third quarter 2022. From a non-oil perspective, we recorded a growth rate of 3.6% for the period third quarter 2022, referencing third quarter 2021. This shows a sharp decline for the rate that was recorded for the third quarter of 2021, which stood at 8.2 growth rate between third quarter 2020 and third quarter 2021, and for the third quarter 2022, it declined to 3.6%.
He also disclosed that this is the lowest growth rate to be recorded in the economy since the country recovered from the COVID-19 lockdown.
We compare this historically from the last quarter of our experience during the COVID period, and we have observed that this is the least growth that we've recorded since the economy bounced back after the COVID effect. So since 2020 quarter 4, the economy has consistently grown from 4.3% from an oil perspective and 5.7% from a non-oil perspective. This peaked to the third quarter of 2021, when from an oil perspective, the economy grew by 6.5%, and from a non-oil perspective, the economy grew by 8.2%. Comparing it with the current rate of 2.9% oil GDP and 3.6% non-oil GDP, this is the lowest growth rate that we've recorded in the last 8 quarters after the economy had bounced back following the COVID-19 effect.
In the same period of 2021, the growth rate was 6.5%.